going to just be doing something simple, cutting off and welding this and finishing this up. That's it. So I'm going to go back and turn the noise on so I can't talk. Apparently that works. Now I'm going to move on to the next step. I'm going to move things around and we'll bring you back later. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and just weld on the next support beams. That's just stupid welding. We'll talk when I get back. Well, here it is. I'm not exactly sure if you can tell, but put another 2 batteries into cleaning up the horn, or the bick, as some people call it. I've decided that I'm going to do the 10-pound tank. So I will, and I know its dimensions, so I can start planning it out. But basically, once or twice a day, I'm going to put a battery into just cleaning this up and keeping a tally. I'm going to start with this primary edge, and then the tail, and then just basically keep hammering at the bit until it's done. Anyway, when I get the procedures ready for the tank, or another step other than cleaning up the anvil, I will let you know. For me, it might be a while. For you, it'll be about half a second. Anyway, I will see you then. Hey, this. First off, let me say that I went to clean the camera and it changed settings, so I have no idea how this is going to turn out. All I know is that my resolution settings are the same. Okay, now that that's taken care of, as you can see that there's this big chunk of steel here. I've got another 6.5 feet of it that hopefully I will cut up into plates of this size, so that they can go down in here like that and stack up for ballast. So basically, that will hopefully solve the me bouncing it and it moving on its own just by simply adding this weight. And as I go through and I'm working, I will do drops because it's a multitasking. I can have the machine cut the drops out, make my cuts as I work on something else. The next thing I need to do is take this tail plate, which is from here to the anvil vise, and basically, I don't like that it's thin, so basically I'm going to take this piece of an angle iron right here, get rid of this piece of angle iron, these two guys, and these two ears, and replace it with similar pieces, but of this double the thickness. Now, instead of these guys, I will be having 2 half-inch square pieces, forge bent to this angle. This actually was right. Forge welded to this, forge bent to this angle, and then welded onto these heavier pieces, and that will be to replace the tail piece. And then I have similar process for the front, right here. These two pieces are coming off. This piece will get taken here. Piece coming in the back here. And I'll try and do a step as I weld each piece together. Anyway, that's where we're at right now. And this is kind of like, for me, an oak project. And it will give me the ability to work anywhere. And these two, the capture of the vise and securing the vise into place, and this adding the mass should convert this into a fully functional anvil array. Anyway, let's keep our fingers crossed on that. Let's go ahead and get into the steps of making this work. I'll show you again what's going on when I get this piece cut up and I get my post prepped to start the next assembly piece. Anyway, hope to see you then. And just to show you what exactly the process to cutting one ballast plate, because I'll have to cut a lot of them. obviously that takes a while. And there you have it, one more chunk. Whole bunch more to go. As you can see, I've got it's now 4 o'clock. I've got most of my all the ballast pieces cut. I've got the front piece of the knife, the front of the anvil vise is here. Back pieces are here. Now I'm missing the hooks, but those will come in a bit. So right now, that's done, so now I'm just finishing prepping up all of this area and getting this ready and still, even though for most of the day. So I'll work on it, and here, when I start putting it together, I'll let you know. Just a quick recap. These are the 4 pieces cut for the wheel propeller for the securing mechanism. I'm gonna solder it up. Not solder it. I'm gonna weld it up and then install it. I'm gonna weld it up, and then I'm gonna weld the front half minus the tines to both sets, and then that way I will have a functioning sliding bits of it. And then the only thing left is to add the tines. So right now I'm going to do a bunch of welding for you, and let's see if I can get this done. I forgot to turn it on. I thought the welder ran out of wire, and I forgot to turn the camera back on for that last weld. Anyway, picking up where we left off. Alrighty, kiddios. It's the moment of truth. Making sure it is in the right direction. And it does. Now that might be an issue. These plates here and the hooks on the bottom are conflicting. But that's not hard at all. If push comes to shove, I can just grind these off and take the necessary, eighth of an inch off of each side. But as you can see, it works. Well, it would have had if I had the rod. So we will find out if it needs to be adjusted. And I think it is off of this side. So, yeah. Anyway, next step is welding the front brace on. Well, we're at that stage. You just saw me weld it all up. At least the base. The only thing left is the fingers. They're basically going to be uh, 4 of these and 4 just like it shorter. I made this jig so that when I put them in here, boom, I bend them all at the same distance, and then I line them up on that end, and I can fill in the back end with welds. So that's how we're going to do it, custom jig. I'll show you the first one, and then I'll just do the others in the background, and and then go to welding them on. So I'll see you then. Give me a second to switch things up just a smidge and light the forge. I'm going to go do a dry fit-in on this one, and we'll see what happens from there. I'll see you when I'm welding. Well, hey, yo, we're back. Well, here at the end. I don't know if you can see it. Here it is. So obviously it works. It's done. At least this part. I'm not sure what's next. I still have the fuel tank, tool racks, slash material, because if it's going to be going outside of the building, I'll need to have spots to stash pre-cuts, and the forge. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do with that, but right now I'm thinking that it's probably going to be a two-step system, where I have a stand set up and then a lift handle. I'm not sure yet, but as you can see, wheel locks. It's not going nowhere. And remember, even blacksmiths need to do laundry. So, I will be moving on and closing off this episode. Hopefully see you next one. I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. I've got the whole project board full of stuff. Anyway, remember, thank you for watching, and remember, you're all wonderful people.